Hi there, Captain Janet. The plane is all ready to go and packed up, and I'm with my friend Pat. We're going to be headed toward Wisconsin. First fuel stop that we're planning is Joplin, Missouri. Follow me. Okay, so the first leg is done, and this is Dylan.
Dylan, yes.
You work here at
Mizzou Aviation.
Yes.
Here in Joplin, Missouri.
In Joplin, and he saw my follow me on the side of the plane,
Yes.
So he's going to subscribe.
Oh yeah, we're subscribed, baby. Keep it going.
Yep. And the flight here was interesting because it looked like there was supposed to be thunderstorms en route on the way we were going to have to deviate. They ended up clearing out, and it was beautiful the whole way here. So 2.5-hour flight from Denton, Texas to here. And next we'll be headed to Cedar Rapids.
Cedar Rapids.
Come by and see Dylan.
Oh yeah, we're always here. Thank you guys.
The weight is on each box. Wait a minute. There's a jacket. Is it cold enough? Do I need a jacket up there? Thank you, that's it.
Geez, am I gonna have to redo my weight and balance?
I should have told you. Okay, so I made it to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and this is the first time for my airplane being in the state of Iowa. So this is number 13 of my 48 state challenge. I came here to bring a friend who's going the rest of the way to Wisconsin, and we did a handoff with another airplane. The plane behind me is the one she's taking now to Appleton, about a 2-hour flight. We had a great flight from Joplin, Missouri to Cedar Rapids. Just a few clouds, a little bit of turbulence, but nothing major. And then the clouds gave way to mostly clear skies. Very nice landing here. The only thing with Cedar Rapids right now is they had all that weather move through a few days ago. So the FBO behind me, if you can hear, there's a generator running. They have no electricity at all. They did have a fuel truck fuel my airplane, but the self-serve pumps are in op along with everything else electric. So it's great to be here and to give them some business, and I will be spending the night before I head back alone to Denton, Texas. So I'm gonna hang around just a little bit because I'm getting a hotel for the night here. I was actually able to find one that has cash only. I happen to have cash. One of the good things to have when you're flying around, you don't always rely on credit cards. In this case, the credit card machines are in op. They can't process it, but I can pay with cash. So I'm lucky I ran to the bank and got some cash just in case. I like to carry some cash with me on trips, just for the incidentals, because you never know. They're going to be starting their engines soon and on their way to Appleton. Good morning, Captain Janet. It's the day after I flew in here to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I have with me Martin Polly. He's a YouTuber. Martin, will you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Martin Polly. I live here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. That's the home of my Bonanza, November 7th, Tango Bravo. Work here in town at an avionics manufacturer, and in my spare time I fly the Bonanza and share videos of my ownership experience and flying experience. Sometimes it's about aircraft upgrade, sometimes it's about instrument flying, and my specialty, I guess, is flying into all the big airports. And hope to one day be able to cover all the Class Bravos.
I love that part about you because I'm trying to fly my Cherokee to all 48 states, and I love the fact that you are trying to get to all Class Bravo, and to be able to share that with a lot of people who won't go in or just don't have the means to go to all the different ones. I think that's absolutely wonderful that you're sharing that, so thank you for doing that. And your YouTube channel is called?
It's just my name, Martin Polly.
Okay, how do you spell your last name just so they get it right?
Without an E. That's what.
Perfect.
That's a typical misspelling. So Pauly.
Okay, so this is what I call a pop-up trip for me. Literally 2 days ago, I found out that I was going to be doing this trip, and it's basically helping out a friend get up here. I came up to Cedar Rapids yesterday, and she went the rest of the way, as we saw on the video, in her 182 to Wisconsin. Now, Martin was great at giving me pilot reports because of what day did the storm move through?
It was late morning on Monday.
Okay, so that's been 4 or 5 days ago?
4 days ago.
4 days ago, a big storm with a new name for us that we're not sure quite how to pronounce moved through here and caused a tremendous amount of damage. What that meant for me was hotel consideration for overnight. Also, the FBO that we are at, Signature right now, does not have electricity, which meant no self-serve fuel pump. They did have the fuel truck, which is great, so I did get fuel. But literally, there is no electricity at this FBO that we're at right now. I was very fortunate to get a hotel last night close by that became up and running, but it was cash only. So one of my recommendations always when you fly across country, especially a long cross country, is to always have some cash on you for the incidentals just in case. All right, so Martin, I literally texted him and said, "Are you going to be around?" And today's a day off for him, and he has a lot to do today, but he was very kind to pick me up from the hotel and drop me off at the airport, and we have a little bit of this time together. So I am very grateful to him to share this time and for me to be able to introduce him to you, as you might not be aware of him yet, and all his neat flying experiences. So is there anything you want to add?
Well, if somebody knows how to pronounce this nasty storm they had on Monday, let us know. I think it's derecho or something like this.
Okay,
we've never heard anything like it. This 112 mile per hour wind, and it lasted about an hour. And I try to look at it from the air on Tuesday night. It was hard to see, as I explained to you in the car, because when a tornado comes through, you can see the path of the tornado, and something looks different there, and you're half a mile to a mile away. Nothing looked different here because it was everywhere. This thing was either the speed of class category 2 to 3 hurricane, or an F1 tornado, the very upper end of the wind range of an F1 tornado, but 20 or 25 miles wide, and within very little time, over 500,000 people were without power. Many of them couldn't go anywhere because there were trees blocking the roads. And now 4 days later, it's many places, most places still don't have power, and it'll be days or weeks before normal life can return.
The drive from the airport to the hotel last night, I was amazed at how many big overturned trees there are. I will include some pictures in the video coming up. so that you can see for yourself the devastation. But even seeing it in the pictures, it doesn't even give it justice to all the damage that has been done and the cleanup facing the city. It's just amazing.
It's hard to convey it with a picture because it's not the damage in any one place, right? It's the fact that it happened everywhere at once to so many people that makes it so devastating. If it's tornadoes are bad, no doubt, but then the rest of the town comes to the rescue and helps. And here, there is no rest of the town. It's all affected.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I'm going to be heading on my way. I thank Martin for meeting me out here and for us to be able to have this short conversation on my pop-up trip. Until next time, we'll be seeing you.
Have a safe flight.
Thank you. Okay, I've pre-flighted the plane and I've checked the weather and I've packed my 4th flight and gotten all the information, reviewed it, and we're all ready to go. On to the next stop. I'm looking forward to this one. Follow me. To introduce Ciara, will you please tell us a little bit about yourself
Sure.
real quick?
My name is Ciara, and I am a CFI and in the American Airlines Cadet Academy program, and Janet is my mentor. And I think that's about it.
Very good. We've only known each other a year. She's been at this for 1 year. Very diligent, very hard worker. And so I am happy to have her on this last flight back home. Follow us. So we made it back to Denton, and it was hot. Nice flight back. Anything you want to share about the flight?
It was lovely, got above the clouds.
Yes.
That's
And as soon as we descended, once we hit 6,000 feet today, super hot. It is 41 degrees here Celsius. You can all put that in the calculator and figure out the Fahrenheit on that one. It is hot. And we just really had a great flight back. So we had a nice tailwind most of the flight. We climbed up to 10,500 and got a great tailwind. And we did the flight back in 3.5 hours from Kansas City Downtown Airport. Highly recommend that as a stop, and it's been a great flight. And if you haven't already, follow me, Captain Janet Patton, for more cross countries. Until next time, when we have another pop-up trip. We'll see you then.